Welcome to the Hard Rap Cafe. I'm your host, Rocky Dennis. On this week's episode, I'll be interviewing Born Naturals, Born Nats DX, the Wild Card, as we talk about DX's Newport, Newz, Virginia upbringing, as well as the origins of the Born Naturals. Also, being the only member of Mike Vick's Born Naturals and Allen Iverson's Crew Dick Dynasty Raiders. We'll also dive into the latest release, We in the Water, with features from Sick Mike, Big Oak Carter, Folklore, Mike Myers, and a host of others, as well as previously released No Days Off. So tune in as we tap in with DX the Wild Card. Born Naturals, Born Nats DX. Welcome to Hard Rap Cafe, man. It's been a long time coming, man. I appreciate you, man. How you doing? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? I'm working hard. I mean, to be on your show, I'm working hard. You know what I'm saying? I feel good. I feel accomplished. I feel like, you know, it's going down. Virginia next. That's what I feel like.
I want to get into your background, man. Being born in Newport, Newz, Virginia. How was that? And, you know, by way of what part of Newport, Newz, Virginia did you come up in?
Oh, yeah, I'm from downtown, from the bottom. They call us the bottom boys, you know, downtown. I grew up in Ridley Circle. That hood right there, we produced a lot, you know what I'm saying? That's where Mike Vick is from. That's where Aaron Brooks is from. They played football, you know what I'm saying? So coming up in my hood, man, it was just like, it was the shit. I ain't gonna lie. We were struggling, but we had fun. We had fun. We came up in the height of the crack era. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can imagine how, you know, where we came up from was like how it was then.
Running away from home at 12 years old, what was that like? I mean, you know, leaving the crib at 12, going out into a real world as a 12-year-old young man, child, whatever you want to call it. What was that like, and what are some of the things that you experienced during that time?
Oh man, and looking at hindsight, I was grown. I was before my time, but I didn't know I was being used as a vessel, because even from that time, bro, you know what I'm saying, God been working through me. But running away at 12, going on 13, bro, that was hard. But it's gonna sound funny, but crack made it easy. Man, I've been on my own, staying in hotel rooms, getting apartments, rental cars, feed cars. Like, it was adventurous, you know what I'm saying? Taught me a lot. It made me who I am, but I wish that on no child.
Right.
I seen that shit outside my door, man, and just thought it was more, you know, out there. But when I got out there, I really learned what life was about, because the projects that I hung in, man, that was Survival 101. I went on my own. It had to be about 93 when y'all heard my first cassette tape.
Your first cassette tape, is it a title to that?
Oh yeah, Tear Gas. Then we had the Prophecy joint. Man, it was just, yo. When I look back, bro, we've been doing this music for a long time, man.
What were some of the type of things that you would see, you know, as a young man in this time coming up in Newport News, Virginia?
I would say Newport News was thriving. Keep in mind, we had a shipyard. We had the world's largest shipyard here as well. You know, it was thriving though, man. We had events called the Spring Thing. You know, used to have Public Enemy down here, all the rappers, and you know, it was thriving. You know, it was I remember this. Let me say this, because I don't know why I take pride in this, because it's nothing to take pride in, but at that time, it was, and it made me feel good, so I always gotta give props. But they used to call us Baby New York, man. They said, man, this shit like a baby New York. So, you know, don't think them trees and them woods, don't let that shit fool you. These boys crazy. You know?
And that's real. That's real. I remember a time, you know, I could say that the phrase was coined, bottom of the north, top of the south. And for those of you that don't know, you know, Virginia would be like a melting pot or a a cross section where the guns and the drugs met each other. You know, we had access to guns, and coming from up north, you know, the dope boys, you know, I know y'all heard stories of Alpo and Rich Porter and these guys. They would come to Virginia, Jay-Z as well.
Yeah.
And that culture kind of intertwined with each other. You know, a lot of people don't know that, man. What you got to say about those, you know, about that?
I mean, I remember the days when Jay-Z was down here, arcade days, uptown, you know what I'm saying? I remember those days. He wasn't even Jay-Z there. There's a rapper from around here named Don Faquan. That's the guy that signed. You know, but Don Faquan will let you know what I'm saying? Like, we've actually dealt with him. But that connection been so long that people are now starting to realize it, you know, as they meet people like that were there. It's, oh man, I remember. Okay. This area right here, from the time that I've been young, has been a money magnet. Let me say that. Period. Hampton Roads, the Peninsula, Newport News, Hampton. This is a money magnet. Like you know. We used to push the people who had talent out, you know. We used to push them out. We need to get behind this talent more, because a lot of people that made it to the world, like, people actually took their hard-earned money, you know, they blood, sweat, and tear money and put it behind people so they could get it in different positions and make it better for people, you know. I can't believe some of it is still here. Like Timbaland, what the hell you listening to? Pharrell, what you listening to? Like, Missy, what y'all, you know, like, and you can't just put it on the people from this area for them to come back and do and get the hottest beat. But someone has something, man.
It's something, and it's something in the water. So
weed in the water. That's what I'm telling you.